Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Charles Coachman, and this is Bay Area Let's Talk. Bay Area Let's Talk Music. Bay Area Let's Talk Music. I just saw that I had myself scheduled for 3:05. Well, I couldn't wait. I just couldn't wait. But no, I don't know. I don't know how I made it 3:05, but I did it. I did it. Somehow I messed that up. And you know what? I'm starting to look at myself and think, you mess a lot of stuff up, man. Could have been 420, possibly 420. But no, I don't need the wacky tobacco to be off. I'm already off. All right. Again, I am Charles Coachman. You can reach me at 408-439-0766 if you want to call or text. And then you can send me an email to bayarealetstalk@gmail.com if you'd like to talk via email, or you can find me at Bay Area Let's Talk on Facebook. And we would certainly be glad to talk with you on Messenger or through our system here. And let's take a look. I have some birthday shout outs that I want to make sure that we take care of. And we want to mention Sandy Lincoln out of Minnesota, wishing you a very, very happy birthday. Leanne Durham Arribas, young lady I've known for quite a few years now. Leanne, wishing you a very happy birthday. And then one of the guys that I just love in this world, Rex Smith, just a phenomenal guy. Rex, happy birthday to you. Hope that you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. And if it's your birthday out there, happy birthday to you. I'd be singing happy birthday, but I just don't have the voice anymore. It would be frightening. It would be frightening. No, thank you. We don't need that, sir. So if it is your birthday out there, enjoy it. And Sandy, Leanne, and Rex, certainly have a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless. All right. Let's scoot it on down here and let's take a look. I also like to make sure that I talk about the companies that we're using and utilizing. And one of those, the first one would be Grow Live Academy. Grow Live Academy is a Ken Walls program. And it is terrific. If you are looking to learn how to go live, if you want to do a live stream, check out the Grow Live Academy. I know that Ken has a couple of different options there. Check it out. Check it out because Ken is one of the best at this. And he has set up a terrific program. And you don't want to miss out on it. Next program is StreamYard.com, and that's a platform that we are using to go live with here. So StreamYard.com, and you can learn about StreamYard and my next product, Hippo Video, on the Grow Live Academy. They are part of the Grow Live Academy, and you need to check it out. So Hippo Video, StreamYard.com, and GrowLiveAcademy.com. Check them all out. You will be happy in the end. You'll be glad that you did. All right, let's see. Bay Area, let's talk. Got a voice that I need to take care of. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Getting torn apart. My voice is kind of shredded today, and I cannot let that happen. Well, let's start. Let's start right now with This Day in Rock. The Bahari brothers found modern records on this date back in 1945. Over the years, the label would become an R&B powerhouse. It had John Lee Hooker, B.B. King, and Etta James. That's a dynamite record label. On this date in 1947, a young man named James Jewel Osterberg was born in Michigan, better known as Iggy Pop. I would call him probably the father of punk rock, if not one of the early starters and early people that were known for punk rock, he was out there early on. So happy birthday, Iggy Pop. On this day in 1956, Elvis Presley went to #1 with Heartbreak Hotel. #1 with Heartbreak Hotel, the biggest selling single of 1956, believe it or not. I think people may have liked Elvis. I'm not sure, but I think some liked Elvis. But in 1959, the #1 song on this date in rock history, Johnny Mathis with his song Misty. So Johnny Mathis crooning away. Well done, Johnny Mathis. 1960. Now, this is something I'd never heard, and I want to look further into this because it's a different story. America's oldest teenager, Dick Clark, admits that he had a financial stake in more than a quarter of the records played on American Bandstand. On more than a quarter of the records. He was pulled in for a congressional hearing, and they told him, you sell this off. And so he had to sell a big portion of his holdings. Dick Clark, that was during the days of payola. That was during the days if you wanted to get your record on the radio, some cash was changing hands. Now, I am going to have a special guest in a couple of weeks. It's 2 weeks from Friday, as a matter of fact. Jay Fox. Jay Fox has been a DJ on the air for nearly 50 years. And he will be joining us. I believe it's Friday, May 7th. So I'm happy about that. Somebody that loves music. We got to talk a couple weekends ago, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. He is a funny guy. He has got a lot of stories, and we're gonna talk about 50 years worth of music and his likes and dislikes about the radio business, about the music business, and we're gonna hear it all. This is a guy that has been around for a good long time, and he's still out there. And he does some other stuff, and you're gonna find it, I think, quite entertaining. Jay is a good guy, and I am so glad to have met him. And he's a fellow that I met through the Grow Live Academy. So I am grateful to have met him. And then we're going to have him as a guest in a couple of weeks. So that will be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Friday, May 7th. And I already told him I will be going back to you to confirm the date, Friday, May 7th. And he goes, you know me too well. Because he is a busy guy, but he opened up some room for us, and I am so glad that he did. So Friday, May 7th, mark the calendars. On this date in 1961, the Beatles debut at the Cavern Club. The Cavern Club, where the Beatles started making it big. This is where things turned around, and the Fab Four became the Fab Four. What would it have been like to be at the Cavern Club? Been amazing. Just absolutely amazing. To be at the Cavern Club when they first started getting together, to see this young band. And 10 years later, they were done. 10 years later, they were done as a group. But look what they did in those 10 years. A little less than 10 years. But how amazing a ride was it? How amazing was that ride? Well, this date in 1962, Elvis Presley again goes #1 with the song Good Luck Charm. #1 on this date, Good Luck Charm. 1963, this is a pretty cool story. 1963, the Beatles and the Rolling Stones meet for the first time. During a Rolling Stones performance at the Crawdaddy Club. Bill Wyman is reported to have said they stayed up all night talking. They had a great time. and they all became buds after that. They all became good friends after that. So, wow. What a concert, and what a time to build a friendship. 1965, on the TV program Shindig, the Beach Boys performed Do You Want to Dance? Do you want to dance? Could you imagine seeing the Beach Boys in 1965? If you were from California and had a chance to go see the Beach Boys early in their careers, it would have been a very special time. Even watching them as I have over the last, I guess, I guess even further, because I saw them in either 1976 or 1977 at the Oakland Coliseum, Day on the Green. They were fantastic. And I knew that this was music that I had listened to my whole life long. And I just loved it, and still do. I have went to see Brian Wilson several times since then, and parts and pieces of the Beach Boys. Of course, other than Brian Wilson, his two brothers have passed away, so that is a very, very sad story. But Brian Wilson is still carrying on, and the music that he has made, that he has recorded, has just been awesome. We're going to skip all the way up to 1969. Janis Joplin and the Cosmic Blues Band. The Cosmic Blues Band, they went out and they were opening up at London's Royal Albert Hall. Janis Joplin playing the hall in London. One of the greatest rock singers, one of the greatest female voices of all time in rock. Just amazing voice. Janis Joplin and the Cosmic Blues Band. On this date in 1973, the number one album on the charts was Billion Dollar Babies. Billion Dollar Babies, number one in the US and the UK. Can you believe it? Number one in the US and the UK. So Alice Cooper was having a good time. 1973, number one single at this time was Tie a Yellow Ribbon Around the Old Oak Tree. Tony, Orlando, and Don. Everybody knew that song. And everybody was hoping that those trees would be covered. Sure enough, they were. So Tie a Yellow Ribbon Around the Old Oak Tree. 1975. The guy that we first heard with Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head comes back with another big hit. Somebody Done Somebody Wrong song. Went to number one on this date in 1975. B.J. Thomas. B.J. Thomas had some terrific hits in the late 60s, early 70s. And he's still out there. B.J. Thomas. It was a good hit. Now we're going to skip up to 1984. 1984, Phil Collins started a 3-week run and number one on U.S. singles with the theme song from Against All Odds. So Against All Odds, Phil Collins, number one. Number one on the singles chart. 1984, the soundtrack for the movie Footloose. Footloose went to number one on the album charts. Can you believe that? Number one on the album charts. Footloose. Who had the big song on that? Oh, Kenny Loggins. Kenny Loggins with Footloose, having a little bit of fun. Everybody dug Kevin Bacon. John Lithgow was in that movie. I know there were a couple other big stars, but John Lithgow and Kevin Bacon were the two main characters. And then Kenny Loggins provided the soundtrack for it. 1993. So I had a couple of things that I just wanted to finish up with. A couple of them are really good. One of them is really sad. A couple of them are kind of funky. Grateful Dead drummer Bill Kreutzmann saves a young surfer stuck in a riptide. You talk about an amazing deal to be able to pull somebody out of a riptide. That's amazing. Because a riptide, if you are stuck in that, and if somebody goes out to get you, you're usually not coming back. If you are not a trained swimmer, they're going to find you elsewhere. And it will not be a good case. It will not be a good scenario. So Bill Kreutzmann, awesome. Grateful Dead drummer. That's pretty cool, Bill Kreutzmann. 1993, former Rolling Stones bassist Bill Wyman, and still Bill Wyman, marries 33-year-old Suzanne Acosta in the south of France. That meant he was probably in his mid-50s by that point. But hey, those Rolling Stones, like those young girls, have liked their young ladies. They keep getting older and the girls stay the same age. I think I heard that line somewhere. 1994, Courtney Love turned in the shotgun that Kurt Cobain killed himself with. She turned it into a Guns for Tickets trade-in program. That was a very, very sad date, especially for younger people at that point, younger people that were into grunge. He was one of the young guys that were just turning people on, and his music was awesome. But unfortunately, the mental issues caught up and overtook him. So rest in peace, Kurt Cobain. And then 2003, one of the greatest singers of all time, just wonderful, wonderful, Nina Simone, passes away at the age of 70 in 2003. Rest in peace, Nina Simone. Rest in peace, Nina Simone. Hey, now I have got something. There has been a singer that's been on my mind of late, and I don't know why. I love Motown. I love the songs, the soul songs, but this lady, I almost said her name. I'm going to say her name, Dionne Warwick. I love her music. I have loved it since I was a little kid. I loved hearing Do You Know the Way to San Jose? Because at that time I had no idea. And I was only about 60 miles away, but I didn't know how the freeway system worked. So I had no idea how to get to San Jose. And now I've lived here for 30 years. So I love Dionne Warwick. I love Dionne Warwick. And I just wanted to talk about some of the songs that she has recorded. So let's see. I just want to pop up here. So coming from various years, these are some of the top 100 songs, and I'm only going to list maybe 20. But I'll Never Love This Way Again from 1979. That's What Friends Are For from 1986. Heartbreaker from 1983. Deja Vu from 1980. Then Came You along with the Spinners in 1974. Alfie from 1967. What's It All About? No Night So Long from 1980. Love Power with Jeffrey Osborne in 1987. Anyone Who Had a Heart in 1964. One of her biggest hits. One of the songs that I absolutely love, I Say a Little Prayer from 1967. Take the Short Way Home from 1983. Friends in Love, Dionne Warwick and Johnny Mathis from 1982. Another song that I absolutely love, Walk On By, 1964. How Many Times Can We Say Goodbye, Dionne Warwick with Luther Vandross from 1983. The Theme from the Valley of the Dolls from 1968. Message to Michael from 1966. Don't Make Me Over from 1963. Again, one of my favorite songs, Do You Know the Way to San Jose, from 1968. From 1969, This Girl's in Love with You. This Girl's in Love with You came from Herb Alpert, where I believe he called it This Guy's in Love with You. This Girl's in Love with You, 1969. I'll Never Fall in Love Again. I'll Never Fall in Love Again, from 1970. This lady has such a tremendous voice, and it's just difficult to imagine that there was so much talent in the family that she was a part of. She was a cousin of Whitney Houston and Cissy Houston. So, Whitney Houston got all of the accolades, but you know what? When it really turns, because she had such a beautiful voice, there is nothing, you can't take away anything from Whitney Houston except her tragic end in the years that led up to it. But Dionne Warwick has been amazing from the early 60s until now. She's still performing and has got concert dates set up later on this year. And boy, if she comes to this area, I'll be going to see her. But for some reason, I woke up, it was like an earworm. I had Dionne Warwick in my head. And it's just the great music that she put out. And I have just loved it. There's nothing to say except Dionne Warwick, thank you for all the music. It has just been terrific, and I just love the sound. And of course, she had was teamed up with Burt Bacharach for so many years, and I know that there's another person that I'm leaving out, but Burt Bacharach, they teamed up with his songs and her voice. Just amazing. Just amazing. So Dionne Warwick, thank you for all the music. And it is that time. World Off, music on. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night. It is 3:20 on the West Coast, 6:20 on the East Coast. I'm Charles Coachman. This is Bay Area Let's Talk Music. Have a great day. If you'd like to share this out, please do. And just remember, Jay Fox on May the 7th. We look forward to having a wonderful, wonderful conversation with Jay Fox. It'll be terrific. Have a great night. I look forward to seeing you on Friday. And we are going to be talking about the Grateful Dead on Friday. We'll see you soon. God bless. Bye.